What's going on, everyone? It's your boy Ben from JBM Sports Media, and here in this video I will be giving you guys everything you guys need to know 1 month out from the FIFA World Cup. As the World Cup comes closer and closer, I feel like my thrill and excitement is only getting larger at this point. I'm super excited, and into this video I'm going to give you guys everything you need to know, whether it's ticket prices, collaborations that are going to be going on, and there's some pretty fun and cool ones. I will get into that eventually, but yes, like I said, we are about 1 month away. The first games start on June 11, 2026. I'm pretty sure it's Mexico versus South Africa, and I think that's just going to be an atmosphere for the ages in that one. But there's a lot of things we need to get into. Obviously, a lot of leagues are starting to wrap up. The Premier League is starting to wrap up with the City and Arsenal race. I know I watched Liga MX, which is the Mexican Soccer League. They're down to the Final Four. MLS has been going on. It's actually been pretty fun to watch because I'm a big Chicago Fire fan, and they've been doing pretty good, actually. Very surprising the way that they've been playing. But I'm not here to talk about no leagues. I'm here to talk about the details 1 month out from the FIFA World Cup. And obviously, we got to start talking about just straight up. I found this actually to kind of start it off. I found this right here. Total cost of hosting the FIFA World Cup in 2026. Obviously, it's combined three-way between USA, Mexico, and Canada. The total cost of hosting this World Cup between these three countries has been $13.9 billion. Whether is it going to be more added to it? I doubt it, or who knows? But I think that's kind of crazy. If you look at like previous ones, obviously the Qatar one being, wow, that's actually oh my gosh. I mean, there's a lot of different ways you could look at this. I think there's a lot of expectations, very high expectations for this World Cup being hosted by these North American countries. And I think it's going to be a fun one. It's a super fun one. Obviously, there's been good and bad publicity leading up to it, but I will say I am more than excited. I just wanted to point this out because you could kind of see the compare and contrast as years has gone on, which super crazy to see. And I don't know if they've released a 2030 date. Actually, I'm not quite, I mean, they probably did. It's just not in the back of my mind currently, but 13.9 billion. That's the current number of total cost of hosting the FIFA World Cup. FYI, if you guys wanted to know that. When it comes to ticket pricing, though, Front Office Sports, shout out Front Office Sports with this. Why are so many World Cup tickets unsold just 1 month out from the start of it? This has been a big issue leading up to the World Cup in less than a month. Because you look at, obviously, the ticket prices and everything like that, and it's some dastardly amount of prices. And in this thing, it says FIFA is drip feeding tickets to the public, keeping prices high despite a lack of demand, which is kind of true. It's just, I've seen the FIFA president talk about this, and obviously he's brought up like the college sports atmosphere and the ticket prices for that, and obviously this being a World Cup. I understand all that, trust and believe, but it's just so hard because when the ticket prices are that expensive for the casual fans, or not casual fans, sorry, for the diehard fans, that's where they kind of take their budget out. Like, imagine a diehard fan of a country, like whether, for me, for example, I'm going to be rooting for Mexico through and through. It's like, one thing for sure, they're obviously going to be playing their games. I don't even think they come to the U.S. until, I think, the quarterfinals or round of 16, to be quite, or is it round of 16 or quarterfinals? I'm not sure. But that's when they finally do come to the U.S. to play. You look at some of those ticket prices, it's just so dastardly, bro. Like, I think for this being a tournament like this, I understand where you have to get the price up a lot, but like, just it's too OD in my opinion. I think this is a thing that hopefully will go down as we get closer to the tournament, and maybe if they see obviously that the price being that high is just obviously being affected of the lack of demand. It's just a very tricky situation overall because I would love to believe that the ticket prices are going to go down, but truly we just don't know. We'll see how this plays out, and obviously I'll make an update as we get closer to the World Cup in a few weeks, how the ticket prices are looking. Obviously, I might do that on the TikTok, actually. I think that'd be pretty fun. But now let's talk about some collaborations for the FIFA World Cup that I think are super, super cool. Starting off with this one. If people don't know, I'm a big Buzzball guy. Me personally, I love Buzzballs. Buzzballs are releasing 8 limited edition soccer ball strings and also a big Buzzball with all the countries on it. Flavors ahead of the FIFA World Cup. This is actually really cool. They have so many different ones. They have a Brazil one, a Mexico one, an Argentina one, a USA one, a Canada one. Like, they have so many different ones that I think are so dope. And then they have the whole like one of all the flags in it. Like, that is super freaking dope, bro. And I think I will for sure be copping one for the day of the World Cup. I ain't gonna lie, y'all might not actually hear of me. Yeah, I mean, you probably will, but if I have a few of these in my system, man, oh man, it's gonna be quite an event. but I for sure will be copping some of these. I'll for sure be copping the Mexico one, the USA one. Matter of fact, give me one of each, and I'm exiting looking like a boss. Probably not remembering a lot from the day, but exiting looking like a boss regardless. I think this is a super cool collaboration, like I said, because with Buzzballs, man, that shit, I ain't gonna lie, proceed with caution. That's all. That's all I will say. Proceed with caution. But this is not the only one when it comes to, obviously, if you are going to get these, proceed with caution, one, but two, make sure that you guys are of age 21 plus to make sure that you guys are able to drink these. If not, stay away from that. Another one, 21 plus, obviously, is the Miller Lite. This is super, super dope right here. Super, super dope. Miller Lite is launching a soccer ball that can hold up to 12 beers to celebrate the FIFA World Cup. It is roughly 1.5 times the size of a regulation ball and will cost about $20. I think this is actually a bang for your buck right here. This is a bang for your buck right here. I will be copping one of these as well. I ain't gonna lie, I don't want to come off like, yo, this guy's a alcohol fiend, but no, when the World Cup is coming around, you got to do this shit, bro. You got to do this shit. I don't care what anybody says. You got to do this shit because this is like peak right here. You put the, imagine you pulling it out. You're watching the games in the backyard with your family. You pull this out of the fridge or the freezer, and you have this, bro. Your aura will grow immensely. I will say that. I think this is actually a fucking dope ass idea. Whoever came up with this at Miller Lite, their marketing, yo, tip of the cap to you. Give yourself a round of applause, bro. Matter of fact, whoever did that, give them a raise. Give them a raise. Give me one of these for free. Hey, we be Gucci on this side, but I will say this. I think this is a super dope idea. I think this is hype. This is not a collaboration in general, but this is actually very safety, so I'm going to be promoting it on here. Toronto, obviously, with it being in Canada as well, is handing out free condoms for FIFA World Cup fans so they can score safely, quote unquote. One of the condoms features an eggplant with soccer balls and a peach. I think that's actually like comical, low key. I think this is very cool, though. Very cool. You got to stay safe out there, guys. Everybody, like I said, be safe. I think this World Cup is going to be a great success when you look at just the atmosphere that it's going to bring. And if you're going to have fun out there, like I said, just make sure, like that quote says, score safely, just be safe. But I think that was just a super, super funny one. I wonder if they're going to do it in the U.S. Mexico too. But I think Toronto doing that is actually super, super funny. I think this is a cool thing as well. A lot of people kind of felt like this is maybe not cool. FIFA are set to ditch single player walkouts. However, it's understood that FIFA are now trialing a new form of walkout rather than committing to a traditional football entry. So there looks like they're going to try to go like a Royal Rumble-esque type of walkout, which I don't know how to feel about that. In my opinion, I don't think it needs all that, but I understand the magnitude that they're trying to bring out an event like this, obviously it being the World Cup. Shout out Ben Jacobs for this, because if the plans are like it says right here, plans currently framed are around trying to promote all players without mirroring the NBA style approach, then find a way to do it that it doesn't like drag it out to the finest extent. If you know what I mean, should I say? Like, I think that would be perfectly fine, because if we do like, oh, from this one, like from this part of the like, you know, that's gonna be just a little bit doing too much. But I think I get what they're trying to do. Just don't make it like a whole Royal Rumble type of approach. That's all I will say. But if y'all want to make it unique, I do understand it as well. It's the FIFA World Cup. You only get this event every 4 years. So yeah, that's that. I think this is the most important news though. Confirmed dates for the 2026 World Cup squad announcement in chronological order. So some actually, by the time this video gets uploaded, it's the 13th. So the 14th, some big countries are going to be getting their, France and Belgium in the past 24 hours, the 14th to 15th, and then Japan. You know what? This is, in general, very good getting these squad announcements. I like, why me being a Mexico fan? I got to wait till June 1st. June 1st to get our squad announcement. Hey, no matter what, I feel super good about Mexico leading into the World Cup. I think we're going to be the best host nation in the World Cup. I'm not a big fan of what the U.S. is looking like right now. I do think they could prove me wrong. In Canada, I hope Alphonso Davies does play in the World Cup. I know he came up with a hamstring injury, but I do think Mexico is going to be the best host nation to deliver in the World Cup, if that makes sense. But yes, we do have France releasing their squad in the next 24 hours, Belgium 48 hours after that. I think by the time this video gets released, France will already have their World Cup squad announcement released. But then we got some cool Portugal May 19, Brazil May 18, Germany May 21st, England May 22nd, Norway May 21st, Netherlands May 25th, as well as Spain. U.S. earlier than Mexico. All right, Croatia June 1st. So it looks like the final 4 teams will be Colombia, Australia, Croatia to release theirs. which is cool by that. They just got to make sure that they get these shit straight because this is going to be a tournament for the ages. I feel like the winner of this tournament, I feel like it's not going to be a dark horse, but I feel like it's not going to be one of these powerhouses. World Cup predictions are right around the corner. I will say that, though, so stay tuned for that. I've been thinking very thoroughly. I've been going through all the motions trying to figure out to get a good World Cup bracket for you guys, but it's going to be tremendous. I'm super excited. I think it's going to be one for the books. I will say, how are you guys feeling leading into the World Cup? Are you guys feeling excited? Are you guys feeling thrilled just like I am? If so, leave the thoughts in the comment section. I'd love to hear from all your guys' feedback. But other than that, like I said, we're less than 1 month out at this point. I'm thrilled. Make sure you guys are subbing here at JBM Sports Media. The World Cup content, football content in general, is going to be ramping up at a rapid pace. Appreciate you guys as always. Catch you guys on the next one. Peace.